There's another bug since last week's update, this time error 123. Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my Sims 4 news video. So this seems to be quite a common bug, and I had seen a few reports initially and people were saying they couldn't load into Thrifty, and I was seeing things with Discover University, but it turns out it's all the same bug. So here is the actual bug report, and when I got this screenshot, there were already 667 people who have said they have this problem. And one thing I had seen, because I read through all of the pages there, which I think there was 53 pages when I last looked of like reports, which makes sense because they had asked people to send their error codes, because while the 123 is the same, the numbers afterwards can vary. So there is a lot, as you'd expect with 667 people. So EA was looking for saves, but they did come back and say for the time being, they no longer need saves for the issue and they're currently investigating. And, thank you for the information on this so far. So hopefully they're able to find something sooner rather than later, because it does seem to be affecting a lot of people. And I think in this case, the person just couldn't travel and they sort of lost access to their household. In some cases, the game is crashing for people. This is not a mod issue. That's why it's a bug report, because things have to be caused by a vanilla game for them to stay in the bug section. People could be having mods or custom content in their game too, but there are lots of reports of people who, in this case, never use. There's console players people not using mods, and it's still happening. So the screenshots referred to there are the ones I include here on the screen. So the top one was the error code that this person got. And the second one is that when they went to the map view, the lot that their Sims were trying to travel to where they got the error, it now has that orange exclamation point over it, and that usually means that the lot is incomplete or there's something wonky going on with it. Can be a sign of a corrupt save. And when people go in to the build for Manage Worlds, it is showing as complete. So from what I can see from reading through all those pages, this seems to be triggered by traveling to lots with events happening on them. So examples that I saw mentioned in that 53-page report at the time when I was looking were, Discover University, which was where the original bug report was, where there's university organization events going on, which there are a lot of, because there's both universities have 3 organizations. So, and they have various events, and then there's bar nights, so it can affect the bar in Brightchester. So it essentially can affect any of the community lots if there's an event going on. And for high school years, you've got Thrifty events, essentially events happening at Thrifty. Saw a few people commenting about some of the actual high school events, but not as much. Mostly Thrifty. I think I maybe saw one person say that. My Sim went to a prom, and that seemed to work fine, but also sometimes bugs don't affect everybody. City Living karaoke contests were mentioned, but I didn't see the City Living festivals, but perhaps that could be something. Again, I didn't have it, but maybe it's just not affecting my save. And Forget Famous, the celebrity meet and greets, the talent nights, and the Starlight Accolades Awards ceremony. I didn't necessarily see anything about Get Together has bar nights. I didn't notice that, but personally I would say it's probably best to avoid that too. And I'm not sure about the festivals that take place in Sulani with Island Living. I maybe saw one person comment about that, but also maybe people don't go to those as much, or maybe they're not happening. Maybe they don't go to the lots that those things happen on. So it's possible that they could cause it too. But again, I didn't see that. So generally, it's probably best not to travel too much in your game. But that said, there's a screenshot of one of the workarounds. So a couple of workarounds I saw when I was reading through it, and some of them were repeated a few times. So if you have family that are stuck on those glitched lots, which is if you exit the game and then go back in, exit and save and go back in, and you try and hit resume, it won't work because they're stuck on that lot from what I could see. So one thing that I saw suggested, which is simple, is play another household in the same save where you're having the issue. So instead of saying resume, load the game, and go into another household. And someone just said they played for a bit and then they were able to go back to their own household. But then someone said they invited the original Sims over to this new household and then they were able to switch back to the original household. So essentially breaking that so the Sims are no longer on that lot that has the issue. Now the other one, which probably is to my mind maybe a better way to go about, or first thing to try, even it was the one I saw second, which is why I put it second, but is from Manage Worlds, go into the lot with the little orange exclamation mark over it and change the lot to a generic lot type. That will essentially stop the events from happening on that particular lot. You can then load your family. You can even go into the lot with the family in there. And then also doing that seems to reset the calendar and make the lot available to travel again. So you can, once you've got your family off the lot, you can go back from Manage Worlds and even change it back to the lot type that it's supposed to be per what was said. And you can see this one here, but I saw a few people give the same workaround, but this was the one that seemed to be the most concise. So I have a screenshot of that one there. And then the other thing that I saw that may let you actually attend events, because obviously one way to try and avoid this is just don't go to any community lots that might have events, or if you have some information about when those events might take place, then don't travel to those lots at that time. If you know when they're going to take place, the events, visit the lot an hour before the event occurs. So for Starlight Accolades, I can't remember if that starts at 6 or 7, but if you go like well before, per some comments in that thread, players have been able to avoid the bug by going ahead of the event, so they can still attend the event if they go before it happens. So if you're a Discover University player, it tells you what time those events are on your panel for the organizations, and that way you can see that. And then another suggestion is to avoid losing a lot of gameplay, because you may not know when all the events are, and you might just happen on a lot that has one going on at the same time that you're trying to travel there. Is, save every in-game sim morning, so have a set time that you're going to save. And also you could save before traveling to other lots. Sometimes you might get a pop-up, so that saving in the sim morning probably avoids that, because if you know you're traveling, you could save, but if you get a pop-up to say, let's go travel somewhere, well, there's no time usually to save at that point. It's either yes or no, and then you could have it. But if you do either of these things, if you do encounter the issue, you can just exit without saving, assume it doesn't crash, and then you wouldn't lose too much progress. But also if the game did crash, you also wouldn't lose much progress because you are saving more frequently. So, and that's assuming you want to play in those saves. You may want to just avoid any saves you care about, because this could be an issue and it seems to be affecting a lot of people, and just play in a test save and avoid any long-term saves that you care about. So that's essentially what I had seen when I was looking through there. Obviously EA is looking at the issue, so hopefully they're able to figure out the cause and then a fix, and are able to get out another hot fix. That would be the 5th one since July 23rd game update, but hopefully they're able to get something sooner rather than later. If I see an update on it, I'll be back with another video. So let me know if you have experienced this, and did you actually experience crashing, or did some of these workarounds help? I'd love to know in a comment down below. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!